listen the voice? Hello, Saksha. The video is finished now.
Hello, everyone. Mr. Max, would you need to stop sharing the screen? You're sharing the screen. You'll have to stop sharing the screen.
Yes, video is finished now. Start the presentation.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all the attendees for joining us today. I'm Sakshi, welcoming you all on behalf of Solo Quarter and First Few Group to our webinar on Safe and Powerful Sungrow Liquid Cooling Energy Storage Solution, PowerTitan. Our webinar today is largely a tech talk of Sungrow's latest energy storage solution. As we all are aware, energy storage system devices are instrumental for enabling energy from renewables to be stored and then released when customers need the power most. Our session expert today, Ms. Zora, will walk you through PowerTitan systems' technological advancements. Before handing over this session to our panel speaker, I would like to take this moment to remind all our attendees to post their questions in the question and answer chat box, and our speaker will take it up at the end of the session. And without any further delay, we would like to invite Ms. Zora to take us through her company's profile and presentation. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, hello everyone. Good afternoon. Now I will start our presentation this afternoon. May I have your attention, please? Now, I'd like to welcome you all here today. My name is Zora. In today's presentation, I'd like to show you Sungrow liquid cooling energy storage solution, PowerTitan, which is the latest new BESS product of Sungrow. And before start, let me do a simple introduction of myself. My name is Zora. I'm a BESS solution manager on Sungrow and responsible for BESS projects and aim at MEA region. Okay, now let me start. There are two parts in our presentation. The first part, I want to a simple introduction of Sungrow, and the second part is the mainly parts of PowerTitan system. Sungrow company was founded on 1997 by Mr. Cao and listed on Shenzhen Stock Exchange on 2011. And now we have more than 8,000 employees, which more than 40% are R&D engineer. And in the future, Sungrow is developing towards 100% renewable energy supplier in 2028. The business presence of Sungrow in green energy markets include 5 tracks and 10 business areas. For 5 tracks include solar power, wind power, energy storage, EV charging and driving, hydrogen energy. And today our presentation is aimed at energy storage. It also named BESS. About the BESS product, Sungrow have all scannery ESS solution on different application field, which include PowerTitan, PowerStack, and PowerKeeper. It's all used on different application. For PowerTitan, it's used on utility field, and on PowerStack, it's used on C&I application, and the PowerKeeper, it's used on residential to provide the power for house use. And today, our presentation focused on the PowerTitan ESS system that use on utility field. Okay, now let's return on the mainly parts PowerTitan series product, the liquid cooling energy storage system. The introduction of PowerTitan protects our report from these three aspects: lower cost, safety protection, and grid friendly. To show you the advantage of Sungrow BESS solution, first we'll do a simple description of these three parts in 3 pages. We all know the safety of BESS should be the top concern of BESS system. For traditional BESS system, due to the protection is not enough, there are more than 50 accidents in the last 10 years. But for Sungrow PowerTitan series system, we have to do the comprehensive safety protection, which include the integration protection and safety, cell safety, electronic safety, and system fire safety. All of this from safety, system safety to each part safety to do the safety design. All of this safety design to ensure the BESS container work in safety and normal status. And another important concern of the BESS system is cost and benefits. Compared with the traditional ESS products, Sungrow PowerTitan system use the innovative integration. It can decrease the low cost down by 20%. And all of this cost decrease, it can respect in fellow 4 parts. On the part 1, because of the single door design of PowerTitan system, it can occupy the area down by 32%. And on part 2, because of the liquid cooling solution, the service life of ESS system can increase by 10%. And the power consumption of ESS system can down by 40%. On the part 3, it is benefits of the cluster level management use. It can increase the discharge capacity by 7%. Also, the system RTE will increase by 3%. And on the part 4, as Sungrow as a professional integrator, the PowerTitan system supports smart operation and maintenance remotely, so it can decrease the O&M cost 1 million for every year. Another important point for PowerTitan system is grid friendly. This is the most advantage of Sungrow. Because Sungrow is started in power electronic, we can meet all higher requirements of innovation power system, which include higher grid adaptability, active support for grid. Also, it supports the black starts when off-grid. Okay, now we will let me do the report of these 3 parts in detail. First part is about the low LCOE. The LCOE will also can consist of the cost of the BESS from of the all service life. From the simple description just now, we know this part includes the efficient operation and smart operation and maintenance. Also includes the easy installation. The PowerTitan system uses the advanced liquid cooling solution to cooling and balance the temperature of lithium battery. It has much more advantage. Firstly, compared with the air, the thermal conductivity of the colloids is 21.5 times higher than air. At the same time, we also use the AI technology to detect the cell temperature and control the running power of the cooling system. So compared with the traditional thermal management, the power consumption of the liquid cooling can decrease 40%, which is more lower cost and benefits. Also, the liquid cooling system uses the evenly distributed pipe, and the design is in system pipe and the pack level pipe. It can dip to balance the temperature of each battery cell, and because we know control the temperature. Through this method, it can control the system temperature difference of ESS system in less than 2.5 degrees. Because we all know the temperature is the key factor of the battery life and battery performance. So due to the more efficiency of temperature control, it can longer the battery service life 10%. Also, it can higher the discharge capacity by 14% of ESS system. Another excellent advantage of PowerTitan is use the cluster level management unit, because we all know for the battery cell it cannot totally same when out of the manufacturing. When the ESS battery is in use, due to the use condition and the use temperature is different for all the battery cell. After several years use, all the battery cell, the cell difference will much more and extend. For the traditional ESS system, only have the switch for each battery rank. It cannot detect the capacity status of each battery pack, each battery rank. So it is difficult to control all the battery cell charge and discharge in same level. So maybe all the battery module and battery rank, it cannot charge and discharge fully. But for Sungrow PowerTitan's series system, we use the cluster level manager for each battery rank. Because of this, it can detect the capacity status of each battery module and battery rank, and then adjust the charging and discharging power for each battery rank. To control the capacity level for each battery rank is in same level, and then control the system time charging and discharging fully. So because of the cluster level management unit use, it can less the bucket effect of battery pack and higher the discharge capacity 7%. Based on the cluster level management, it also has some other advantage. This here list the two use situation. First is the cluster level replacement. Second is the system level capacity expansion. Because on the power plant, maybe have some battery module or battery pack have some battery cell have some failure or faulty. We need to replacement the battery rank or battery pack. Because of the cluster level replacement, cluster level management use, we can replace the one battery cluster of a container directly. Because then the cluster level management can adjust the battery associate automatically. But for the traditional ESS system, because only the switch for each battery rank, it cannot detect the capacity status or the remaining capacity for each battery rank. It is required to adjust the battery SOC manual. This will waste too much time and too much cost. Second is on the system level capacity expansion. Because when we do some supplements for ESS system, we need to add some new ESS container after system use for several years. And in this time, because of the cluster level management, it can detect the ESS container status and the remaining capacity. So it can match the ESS discharge power and charge power to the PCS container. So it no need for extra PCS container. But for traditional ESS system, in order to match the PCS power, when we add the new ESS container, we need to add another new PCS container. So it will cost too much more cost. on capacity expansion So it means that when mixed use of old and new battery, PowerTitan can reducing the USD 1.9 million of capacity expansion cost. About the smart operation and maintenance, it can be reflected in follow four aspects. First part due to the function of cluster manager unit, because we have description just now. The cluster management unit, it can detect the battery status such as capacity. So it can adjust the charging and discharging power to balance the SOC for each battery module automatically. And the second part, Sungrow as an excellent system integrator. Also, many parts of system is self-developed by Sungrow, which include BMS and cluster level management, local controller, and the EMS. So when we do the upgrade work, we can upgrade the system, include the ESS container and PCS container in one time. Second part, because of the use of liquid cooling solution, we have the dynamic coolant replenishment. No need for frequent manual coolant replenishment. So it can decrease the replenishment workload for 60%. And the third part about the online monitoring. Sungrow PowerTitan have an intelligent management unit. It can detect and monitoring the ESS system remotely online. All of this design of operation and maintenance, it can cut in 1 million labor costs for every year. And for another special design, PowerTitan products use a single door design. So it can insulated back to back and side by side. In this way, it can less the occupied area 32%. Through this, it can decrease the area cost of power plants. Also, Sungrow as a professional BESS integrator, all the BMS, PCS, and EMS is self-developed by Sungrow ourselves. We can do the pre-commissioning work and pre-installation work. On pre-commissioning work, we can do the protection test, control logic test, communication test, charging and discharging of ESS test, and the monitoring test on Sungrow factory. This can reduce the commissioning time on site by 50%. About the pre-installation work, because Sungrow use the integrated transport, so we finished the battery pack installation on Sungrow factory. Also, we finished the PCS container and ESS container, the wire connection work in the Sungrow factory. So it can reduce the installation time on site by 50%. All of this work, it can save much more time of cost and labor cost. Okay, that's all the content of part one about the cost and benefits of PowerTitan. And on the second part, we'll talk about the safety protection of PowerTitan. It is from the cell level to system level, which covers the cell safety, electrical safety, and system safety. For the cell safety protection, it concerns cell data monitoring, cell status evaluate, and then locates the failed cell and do the early warning. On cell data monitoring, the BMS will detect and monitoring the many parameters of battery cell, such as the cell voltage, cell current, cell temperature, and cell resistance. Through all of these parameters data, the BMS will do the calculates and evaluate the battery cell status on real time. And then it can locate the faulty cell and do the early warning. Because we know the lithium battery cell is the basic unit of BESS system. So the cell safety is the source safety protection. It gives the early warning for unhealthy battery cell to prevent the thermal runaway of BESS system. And then another important concern is the electrical safety protection of BESS system. It is really important to avoid the risk of short circuits. PowerTitan system set up 4 levels to avoid the short circuit risk from battery pack, battery rank, ESS container, and the ESS system. On the battery pack level, it can break the bus bar in the pack, do the quick isolate. And for each battery rank, it has the cluster management unit built-in fuse. It can do the short circuit protection for connection lines. And for each ESS container, it has the combiner box fuse. So it can so the bus bar it can do the bus bar short circuit protection. And for ESS system, for each ESS block, from the ESS container to PCS container. On the PCS have the DC side fuse of PCS container. It can do the owner short circuit protection. All of these 4-level electrical safety protection, it can precisely identify and quickly break the fault current in 4 electrical circuits and reduce the damage of ESS system. And another important electrical safety design is the arcing protection. We also use the AI technology to do the arcing detection and monitoring, such as loosened connectioning, isolation damaging, corrosion, damp, insulation aging, and poor contact. Through all of this data monitoring, it can analyze and identify the arcing phenomenon intelligently, and then shut down the circuit in second level to avoid the risk of arcing. So the electrical safety of arcing protection can detect the arcing earlier to reduce the damage of ESS system. So all of this electrical safety protection, it can lower the arcing energy and electrical energy to reduce the personal safety risk. From these 2 pictures, we can see that with the inner cluster fuse protection, it can lower the arcing energy and the electrical energy when a fault occurs. So the power station workers can only wear some basic protective clothing. Is safety enough for some daily work? And about the system protection, the first part is the container safety design. From the picture, we can see that the battery components and the power electronic cabins is in separate, and it is divided by the bulkhead. Also shows the bulkhead picture. From the picture, we can see that the bulkhead is in 3 layers, and 2 layers is in refractory steel plates, and 1 layer is the fire prevention board. It can fireproof for more than 1 hour. The whole structure design of ESS container, it can avoid the thermal runaway that caused by arcing. Also, it can prevent the chain reaction of fire to prove the ESS container more safety. And another safety system protection is the fire suppression system. It's designed in 3 levels. On first level is the flammable gas detection in early fire. It includes the smoke detector, thermal detector, flammable gas detector. And on the second level, when the detector notices some normal information, the fire supply system can be started automatically. And on third level, if the fire is continued, the water fire system will start automatically. It can prevent the system fire again. The whole fire suppression system can detect early fire and start the fire system to ensure the ESS system more safety. Not only that, the fire suppression system also has the UL certificates of North America and complies with the NFPA, which is the European standard. Other parts of fire system include smoke detector, thermal detector, flammable gas detector, and the exhaust system. All of these parts is compliance with the standard required. Okay, another important point of the system safety protection is the IP level. Because we know the PowerTitan product use a liquid cooling solution. So the most important is how to avoid the liquid leakage. For this purpose, the first design, PowerTitan system use patented connectors. It is the patented liquid cooling pipe connectors. These connectors have more than 100,000 applications and with 0 faults. So it is reliable enough. And another design, our battery module is IP65 level and the connector terminal is IP67 level. All of this design improves the liquid cooling system safety and work more better. Okay, that's all the content of part 2. It describes the safety design of PowerTitan. And turn to the part 3, we will describe the grid-friendly of PowerTitan system. This part is the most advantage of Sungrow because we know Sungrow is started on power electronic technology. We have more than 20 years experience on PCS and the PCS connect to grid. So PowerTitan system can comply more requirements of innovation power system. On the first point, response to the variable power grid, PowerTitan system can work more stable and normally when the SCR of power grid is less than 1.018. When working in weak power grid, PowerTitan also supports low and high voltage ride-through, active power control, and current harmonic detection. Also, Sungrow is the only vendor that passes the test of China Electronic Power Research Institute. And use all of this technology, the grid connection will much more stable and normally. On the 2 points for PowerTitan system, our PCS product supports active and reactive response in 20 microseconds. And the PCS supports boost protocol to PUC points. Also, Sungrow is the first vendor that passing the real power plant test. On the second point is the Sungrow advantage on VSG function. Based on the VSG function, the PowerTitan system supports primary frequency and voltage regulation and the second frequency regulation. Also, it supports black starts when off-grid. Totally speaking, with the VSG function, PowerTitan system can actively support the grid and ensure the reliable off-grid. Okay, in the last part, I want to introduction some applications or cases of Sungrow PowerTitan system. Here shows the PowerTitan series liquid cooling system have 4 scenario applications, which include integration with PV power and integration with wind power Also, it can integration with the traditional thermal power generation. And also it can integration with grid side to do the peak and the frequency regulation. Some group PowerTitan ESS system have already get contract of 5 kilowatt hours all over the world, and the total shipment of 2 kilowatt hours. The picture shows the PowerTitan system on Sungrow factory or on the power plant. In the last years, 2021, Sungrow ESS system have already shipment 3 kilowatt hours all over the world. This page shows 100 megawatt hours level ESS keys all over the world, which include in China, UK, Israel, US. It shows that Sungrow has the professional system integration capacity and high quality service team. Okay, that's all the content of my presentation. Thanks for listening. And then, before we close, I will share a video of Sungrow PowerTitan product. And if you do have some other questions and comments, maybe we can share here and we can make a discussion. And now, let me share a video of PowerTitan product. Okay, that's all the contents of my presentation today.
Thank you so much, Ms. New, for that insightful presentation. We'll be now screening some questions from our attendees here. Ma'am, are the questions visible to you? Ms. New, are visible to you?
Hello. My internet is not good. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Ms. Nora, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Maybe my internet just now is not very good.
Ma'am, are you able to see the questions, or may I read them out for you?
Okay.
Mr. Benson wants to know what is the guaranteed RTE including PCS plus MV transformer?
MV transformer. I think the MV transformer is a part of PCS container. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Next person wants to know how many clusters are there in a battery. Ma'am, Mr. Yetu wants to know how many clusters are there in a battery module.
Cluster. Also, the battery cluster also named the battery rank. We have for PowerTitan system, we have 1C and 0.5C. And for 0.5C, we have the 8 cluster. And for 1C system, we have 6 cluster. What time of
How does the SOS auto balancing happen? Does the battery need to be charged to a certain SOC percent?
How does SOC automatic balance happen? Because we know inner of the battery pack, all the battery cell is serious connection. And for each battery rank, the battery module, the battery pack is also in series connection. So when charging and discharging, all the battery cell, it is difficult in charging and discharging in same level. So because of the cluster management unit, it can detect the capacity, the remaining capacity for each battery pack. And then this adjusts the charging and discharging power through adjust the charging and discharging power to control to ensure the capacity, the remaining capacity for each battery pack in same level. Does the battery needed to be charged to a certain SOC? Yes, in our requirements, in a fully charging and discharging, maybe the SOC is from 100% SOC to 0 SOC. And when we're charging the battery, it's from the 0 SOC to 100% SOC. And the question from Yoga, Sungrow no longer use indices of EMS. I think the EMS is the controller unit of power plant. So, yeah, the PowerTitan system, it can be controller and controlled by EMS system. So inner of the ESS container of PowerTitan don't have the EMS part. And the question from Civil Kumar, what kind of liquids used in coolants? I don't know how to spell it. It use the 50% of how to say, wait a moment. It uses 50% of gel, how to say?
Ms. Soha, another user wants to know that related to the cooling systems, how often it is needed to change the cooling liquid, and is it special coolant that only Sungrow can provide?
Exchange the coolant, right? Because we have description in the PowerPoint. Other system, it can adjust the hair, hair. It can dynamic coolant replenishment. So do not need minor to do the coolant replenishment. In case the cooling pump has issue, do we need Sungrow experts on site, or can be done by local engineer? For this question, we have Sungrow has a service team at the site. So first of all, the cooling pump, the cooling system is really available. And for much more case, it have 0 faults. We also have compliance with UL standard and IEC standard. And then in case the cooling pump has some issue, we can do the replacement of service. We can do the replacement in 1 or 2 days. And because we have Sungrow have the service team at the site to do the replacement of coolant pumper. And next question, which is the next question. what is the cost and replacement cycle for coolant? I think the coolant do not need to replacement because we have the dynamic coolant replenishment to do the replacement of coolant. Please clarify the number of cell, module, pack, cluster, rank with one container. One container, and what is the lowest level of battery that PowerTitan can do automatic SOC celebration? Okay, for this question, let me just take the 0.5C container, for example, because for our 0.5C container, it has the eight cluster. It has the eight cluster or battery pack. For each battery pack, for each cluster, it has 6 battery pack. For each battery pack, it has 64 battery cell. So you can calculate for inner of one ESS container, we have 34 battery cell plus 8 battery rack and 6 battery pack and 8 battery rank, and totally is more than 3,000 battery cell. More than 3,000 battery cell for each one ESS container. If the battery container keeps side by side and back to back as per minimum 3, can you please clarify how container keep side by side and back? Please clarify how containers keep side by side and back to back. I think on the video, it has shown the minimum distance of side by side and back to back. So it can install it on power plants side by side and back to bike through the according to the minimum distance requirement. Can we get the training record? I'm not sure. Maybe the training video can be shared. How to avoid the risk of corrosion in coolant pipe due to water content in coolant. How to avoid the risk. How to risk the risk of corrosion in coolant pipe due to water content in coolant. Actually, in the coolant, have no water parts. It is 50% of dry coal and 50% of electro, 50% of ethyl alcohol, I think. No water in the coolant. The question is how distant Sungrow means between two how much distance Sungrow means between two container usually? I think this is 0.5 meters. Usually used is 0.6 meters from container to container, back to back. Where to store liquid coolant in the plant inside inside the container. Yes, the liquid coolant is stored inside of the container. And PowerTitan at pack level. Actually, on the pack level, we have the negative balance of battery cell, I think, because now for all the battery pack, it uses the negative balance of each battery cell to control the all the battery cell inner or battery pack in same level or in same capacity level. What capacity we should select? I think this question is depend on the load required. First, we need to confirm the load required is the load required of megawatt hours, and then we can configuration the ESS system depend on the capacity required of load. Would you elaborate on the negative path? With some graphs, perhaps? No, actually for the negative balance for inner or battery pack, it means for all the battery cell inner or battery pack, if some cell for each battery cell it has the balance resistance. If one cell has the more capacity, it will throw the balance resistance to discharge the maximum capacity of the cells, and then to ensure all the battery cell is in same capacity level. Actually, know the graphs. I think the negative balance is a function of BMS. It can do the capacity balance of all the battery cell. But I think this function don't have the graph. 0 point meter between two containers is based on any guidance or standards. Any standards? Oh, this question I'm not sure. But Sungrow has the guideline of documents of ESS container insulation. We recommend it 0.6 meter, but the standard maybe I need to do some confirm. Is there heat exchange and pump required to circulate coolant inside the pack? Is there heat exchange and pump required to circulate the coolant inside the pack? Yes, of course, because of the cooling pump, and it can press the coolant into each battery pack. Here we have this picture. Here we can see that for each battery pack, it has the pack level pack. So this is the pack circuit. All the coolant can dip to for each battery pack to balance the temperature for each battery cell. If it's filled during operation, how cooling to be done? If it is filled during operation, I think for this question, now our PowerTitan system have much more experience in the test. to approve our liquid cooling solution is available and can working normally. So I think the failure situation now can be cancelled, and it can work normally and available, I think. You informed about cluster management in case of adding addition of new rank in the container. How does this cluster management work? How this cluster management work? I think we have do some, this page. For the cluster level management, it should be detect the SOC status of each battery pack and each battery rank, and then depend on this to confirm the capacity status or SOC status, and then adjust the charging and discharging power. We can see here for each this cell we can consider as a battery rank, or is in same level for capacity, but the charging and discharging power is different. Through the charging and discharging power difference, it can adjust the capacity for each battery pack is in same level. In the figure of AOL, end of life is with 1 cycle per day. So how much is the graduated charging and discharging cycle? Actually, about the performance warranty. This is about the performance warranty, I think. Now, for Sungrow PowerTitan, for the Sungrow ESS solution, we promise the warranty about the EOL over 35% or 20 years, which is faster. And about the cycles, maybe I think we can do a calculation for 20 years, for 20 years, and for every day with 1 cycle per day, and we can get the charging and discharging cycles. But have another factor is the SOH of 65%. We just can point one of it 65% and 20 years, which is fast, which is our indicator. What is the maximum megawatt hours Sungrow offers in one liquid cooled container? Oh, here have listed the type of ESS container. We can see this module ST 27552UX is the 0.5C ESS container. For this container, the NG of this type is 2.752 megawatt hours for each single ESS container. So the cluster management basically is DC-DC converter. Yes, it's based on the DC-DC converter to do the adjustment of charging and discharging power.
Dora, Mr. Agarwal wants to know that how much distance Sungrow maintains between two containers usually.
For further discussion, further discussion. Okay, I have listed my email here. Maybe any question you can contact the transfer by my email. $2.7 megawatt hours per continuous capacity inform for yes. Yes. Okay, thank you. Also, thank you.
Thank you so much for that insightful presentation, Ms. Zora. It was really knowledgeable. And thank you everyone for investing valuable time and support for the event. We promise to be back with more exciting sessions. Have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for your time.